dream that one day when you go to all the clubs, pubs in Oxfordshire, everybody will have all the yellow Oxford United logo everywhere, being a part of this journey together.
Anand, it is wonderful to see you in the UK and to get an opportunity to speak to you. Let's talk about Paris and the Olympics at this moment in time. Of course, the supporters will want to hear about your involvement in Oxford United, which we'll get to, but some very exciting news for yourself. Maybe just explain your recent appointment in the Paris Olympic Games and what you want to achieve.
Yeah. Well, Olympics is a big thing in the world, right? Not many people know this, but there are only 10,000 athletes that can qualify to Olympics in this 8 billion people world, right? So Indonesia wants to take part in it and win medals, especially gold. The biggest accumulation of gold we have was in 1992 in Barcelona. So we're looking into Paris with an optimistic view that we can at least have the same. So, we have to compete and fight hard for it. But this is exciting. It's a recent appointment. My job is only one, to help the athletes to win medals, right? But it is not as simple as that, because you have to prepare for the facilitation as much as you can, just to make sure they feel supported and ready to perform. Yeah.
It marks 5 years since your initial involvement in the club. It's a clear sign of your long-term ambition and commitment to this football club. If you can just reflect on the 5 years so far and the progress that the club have made, how would you look back on that time?
First, when I reflect on the last 5 years with Oxford United, I see that with a sense of pride and also achievements. Pride because the last 5 years actually we went through COVID, with challenging times, but we turned out to be all right. We actually managed to make 2 playoffs and hopefully 1 more, and even advance more than playoff, hopefully, right? So there are a lot of achievements that we should be proud of despite all the challenges. But also pride because from the very beginning, to be a part of Oxford United, to be a part of Oxford community is something that we take that quite seriously. Going forward, we want the club to be performing more consistently, right? And we want to support for that in terms of on the pitch. But also we want to be engaged with the community and fans as much as possible, because Oxford is a big community, and I think we can be much more together in this. And lastly, I think like anything in business, we need to have sustainability, right? So we want to make sure that the financial sustainability is good and healthy, so that we can continue to be supportive, right? And lastly, of course, sustainability in terms of environment will be nice when we talk about the stadium, for example.
Yeah, we will get onto the stadium. How much have you enjoyed watching the team this season?
Well, I always enjoy it. One thing for sure, I have also my own speed of heartbeat, when I see the game, when we need to win. To be able to see it live is of course desirable, but because of a distance, sometimes I have to watch, using online. But the passion and the dedication remain the same, right? And the support is unwavering, and we think we have a good chance to make it and do well in the playoff. Yeah. And when we talk about long term, I think consistency in performance become very important, and we need to build the team and infrastructure to do it. And again, fans. Lifeblood of the club, right? So we want to engage, we want to listen, and we want to grow together, right? So it is an exciting ride. I cannot say it has been always, simple. It will never be simple, but I think it's going to be exciting journey we hope we can prevail, at the end and show step-by-step improvement along the way. We don't believe in a quick, victorious chapter. We want to, right? We don't refuse it if we have it, but at least in our thinking, we want to take one step at a time, one game at a time, and that's how we see the opportunities and challenges. Yeah. Oxford United has a long tradition in the past with fans and community, but we believe we can do more, right? Trying to perform on the pitch is a major part of it, and that's why we built a team to make sure that we can be competitive in League One, right? But also trying to build the infrastructure around it, such as the stadium, which we hope can be also the beacon of hope for the community. So it is more than just a venue, but it's a hub, right? It's a hub for community, fans, and of course athletes and the club, as much as the county itself. I cannot help to dream that one day when you go to all the clubs, pubs in Oxfordshire, everybody will have all the yellow Oxford United logo everywhere, being a part of this journey together. We know coming in that stadium will be very important in the long-term planning that we have, right? It's not easy because building a stadium is not like overnight endeavor. But having said that, it is necessary for the club to have its own stadium. And then in this journey, we want to also accomplish many things. One, which is the most important thing, is to make sure that we support the performance of the athletes, the well-being of the club, right, with the stadium. But we also want to make the community and the fans proud with the stadium itself, so that they feel like they're a part of this development. And lastly, we also want to make sure that the stadium is a sound financial proposition, mostly to support back again for the club, right? So, when the stadium is built, we hope we can also draw a lot of crowd coming in during the game, indeed, but also, outside the games, right? You want this to be a live community place, and it is not a rocket science idea. I think Oxford needs that, and for us to be able to dream together. And I'm not saying it is an easy feat, right? But I think together with the support of the county, the fans community, I think we as investors are always looking forward to make it happen.